Here are 6 things I have learned from running a pure water company in a remote village in Ogun State. Pure water business is profitable if you're running it yourself, like you're the one running it yourself, you're the manager of the business, or you have a very strict management policy towards your manager and your employees, like you have a very strict strategy of managing them to ensure that they are doing the business effectively. If you leave the business with somebody to run for you and you are not available to see through the day-to-day or week-to-week process of how the business is being run, you might pack up sooner or later, most especially when the manager has a lot of experience in the job. So try as much as possible to be in the business, to know how things are being done, to know how your money is coming in and how it's going out, and also what are being bought and what are not. Sorry about the chicken. Number two, learn how things works in your own company. Don't just assume because you're paying people you don't have to. You really have to learn how things works. How to operate the machines, just in case your operator doesn't show up a day. How to bag the waters. You also need that knowledge. How to back flush your water. You have to know how these things works. It helps you to understand how your company runs and how day-to-day processes go in your company. Like for me, there are days that when we newly started, there are days when operators don't show up, and because we already have like basic knowledge, we're able to on the machines and produce water ourselves and also bag them, myself and my brother. So learn how these things work so that you don't face disappointment as you run the company. As your operator is working, ask questions and learn. Make sure you find out why he's doing this, what does this do, why is this button being pressed, or why is this being turned off, or why is this water being on. So all those questions, you make sure you ask and know it. Have those knowledge in your head, and you'll be shocked that there are times when you need to be able to do that yourself from time to time. You understand? So it helps really. Number three, it helps when you buy production materials in bulk, like in bulk, in excess. Don't just buy day-to-day running of production materials like the rolls or the packing bags, especially those two. You have to buy them in bulk because right now, you know how what the country is about. So things are going up almost every day. So when you buy in bulk, you might be shocked that by the time you're buying again in maybe next 1 month or in next 3 weeks, they are not exactly the same price, but you would have made a whole lot of profit because in that space of 3 weeks, the price must have gone up like 3 times or 4 times, and you would not be part of that incurring those excess costs. So if you had bought those materials in bulk, it helps you. You understand? So it really helps. So that's one of the things that I've also learned in the business. I found out that it's easier to increase the cost of materials in the market than it is for you to increase the price of your own pure water bags. So you should also note that it's very easy for them to increase the pure water, the material price in the market than for you to actually increase how much you sell your pure water bags for. Number four, getting a driver with no experience. Sometimes, most times, not even sometimes, it's better than getting a driver with experience. I'll tell you why. Sorry about the chicken, sorry. Most drivers already have experience from a different company and maybe likely being sacked from those companies because of how their dealings are, poor dealings with how they sell the water and not bring back money. A lot of drivers do that. So when they come to your company, they are practically going to be doing the same thing because they just assume that you don't know what their mode of operandum is. So try as much as possible to follow them up if you are going to be getting an experienced driver, because those people they already have like a customer base, so they already know a lot of places, which is an advantage for getting an experienced driver. But getting one that is not experienced will take sometimes practice, like training process for that particular driver, but it helps because at the end of the day they actually don't know a lot of things that this experienced driver already know, which is how to skim your company off money that is supposed to be coming to the company. Most times it takes you like a week, 2 weeks to be able to train a driver and then show them a couple of routes. You understand? So it actually really helps, and at the end of the day they might work for you like 6 months before they start turning bad leaves, if they will. You understand? But most of them, they actually eventually start turning that bad leaf. But if you get an experienced driver, they start immediately the first day they resume your business to start skimming you off your money. So that's what I've learned in the business. Number five, find a pure water association and join one. It helps you connection. Because you're just starting newly, you need a whole lot of, likely would have a whole lot of questions to ask. So if you're in, if you're part of an association, it's easier for you to ask questions and try and get knowledge about how the business is being done and things that you need to know. Sometimes if you have water problem, if you have machine problem, these are the people that likely are very experienced in the business and will be able to direct you, give you direction on what to do. So it helps. Try and get the closest association to where your company is and join one and attend meetings. It helps a lot. Number 6, which is the last one, some days are better than others. Don't use the sales of today to judge the sales of the whole week. Because there was bad sales today, or a couple of days, like 3 days straight, there was bad sales. Don't use it to judge the whole week. You might be shocked that at the end of the month, you might do very well than the previous month. And even though there are sales that didn't go through in some months, like you didn't sell very well in some days, you didn't sell well in some days, at the end of the month, you'll be shocked that you'll be doing very well than the previous month that you even were thinking this month is likely bad. You understand? So don't use today to judge tomorrow. Don't use today to judge the end of the month. So every day are not the same. Some days are better than others. So have that in your mind. So that's like the number 6. So I hope this helps you. And if you have any other questions, just drop them in the comments. I'll be looking through it. Thank you very much for being here for us.